No, 3, 2, 1.
Hey, what is up, everybody? Welcome to the Wrestling Fantasy Booking Series. This is where we either take a storyline, come up with our own storyline, or we can book a pay-per-view, or what?
Oh god, is he back? Is this Rusev or is
Wait,
this John?
who's over here?
But anyhow,
Who is that? Who is that young man over there with that sweatshirt on, with his hood up over his
Is
head?
that Rusev?
It's either Rusev.
By the way, if you guys watch the Aftershock Corner, you get what we're referencing. So you guys have to watch the Aftershock Corner to know what we're
Aftershock
referencing.
Corner was non-canon in this universe.
Exactly. So me having my hood up does not automatically make me Rusev.
Oh!
It's cold in there.
But anyhow,
No
so yeah,
Seth?
that's the rules, and if you
No Joseph?
So when you
No
rebook
Joseph?
when you
Charlemagne
rebook a
Five.
storyline, the rules are you have to say what happened in real life in that storyline. I'm sorry I'm going about this quick, but this guy has to leave at
He's a
2:20,
fucking
so I'm trying to
pansy,
make
that's
this
He's got
really
pansies.
quick.
He's got pansiness to go to.
So
I'm the champion
Introduction.
of the Aftershock Corner.
introduce yourself,
Doesn't matter in this company.
huh?
Doesn't matter in this company.
Okay. Introduce yourself.
Well, if I'm Steve Steiner in the Aftershock Corner, then I suppose here I'm just,
Just a guy.
Just the guy.
yeah, I'm just a guy.
Okay, he's just a guy. Who are you?
I'm, yeah.
You can't be the guy you are. So you can't use your.
I'm
own
just,
name.
I'm who? Who am I?
Yeah.
Honestly, who the fuck am I? I don't know who I am.
And since I'm Owen the
I thought,
Bird,
who was that popular wrestler from the 90s?
That must be me then. Because you must have to watch the Aftershock Corner too, wink wink, to know who we are.
cheapless plug, but
Cheapless. It's a cheapless.
That means it's good. That means it's a good plug.
So
Cheapless plug.
it's a cheap plug. But anyhow, since I'm Owen the Bourbon Finch on the Aftershock Corner, I'll just use my real name, Owen Finch.
Wow, totally different.
So anyhow,
Owen the Lynchman Finch.
so everybody
Lynch.
has a storyline. I've been working for mine for months. We have this guy who has been working for who knows
He's
how
been
long,
working for
and
his also.
he has had his storyline ready since September, and we've never been able to record.
It's been 2 months.
and he's just booking something right off the fly. So
Right off my fly? What are you looking at my fly for?
I was talking about the insect.
No one dared introduce me.
Well, you said it doesn't matter.
Joseph.
No, I
Oh,
don't
yeah.
know.
Who are you?
I don't know.
Okay. Well, if you don't know who you are.
No. I don't know.
Oh, I like that.
So he's don't know.
I don't know.
He's don't know. It's like, you know, he's saying I don't know, just like I'm saying
But he's-
I just a guy.
Yeah.
No,
But he's
I'm
not
just
ju-
a guy.
He said no. My full name is don't know.
This show's gone to hell so far. All right. Talk
guy.
talk about your storyline and
Me Tarzan, Eugene.
talk about your storyline before this
Alright.
goes into hell.
So if you watched the last episode,
If you did, which I don't think you did.
you probably didn't. I did
It's been a
Triple H
while.
versus Dean Ambrose, and one of the major plot twists in that was Roman Reigns turning into a heel.
Which is
And-
contradictory because you love baby faces.
Shut up. Alright, so yeah, I had him turn heel, and basically,
So you can not like them.
I'm just gonna start. Yes. I'm just gonna start from where I left off with him. I left off with him after the Royal Rumble.
So
after
yeah,
he-
let me just mention. So if you wanted to see his storyline first, check out the last episode.
You can link it then. Put it in the
Link in the description.
Yeah.
Links in the description. Look at the Football Reporters show.
We read
Between-
that yesterday.
And it was on actually at the top of the description, like I asked you to do. What a great firm right there. But it doesn't keep us hidden in the bottom of the description.
I still did, but you were in both places.
Owen
Alright,
Finch,
so-
Master of Burials.
I mean, anyhow, so
So if I remember correctly, I don't remember my Dean Ambrose storyline too perfectly, but if I remember rightly, Triple H won the Royal Rumble like he did in real life.
Yep.
He's a champion, and then they have a rematch at
I don't think so.
No.
I think he said you did the triple threat. I think again.
yeah, who did I do?
Like he did Sheamus, Triple H, and Reigns. I think. No, Sheamus,
Dean.
Reigns, and
Indeed.
yeah.
Dean,
Yeah, that's what I did. Thank you for reminding me.
Yep.
Wow, I don't remember which story.
Yeah.
Alright, so anyhow, let's
You
take off
reviewed
from
it.
there. So, basically, Roman Reigns lost, and he doesn't have a match for WrestleMania yet. So he comes up the next night, and people are booing him, and he just cuts a full-on shoot promo. Well, not really, because you never see those anymore.
A
but-
shoot promo, meaning he actually shot someone?
Yeah, you have to explain it, I guess.
Yeah, shut shit.
You have to explain to those non-smarts what they are.
Alright, you know what, forget it. It basically comes out and he cuts a promo saying that he used to have it all and everybody took it away from him. Everybody took his steam away from him, and basically
Like,
it's
dragging
their
steam
fault
up.
that everything bad that's happened to Reigns is their fault. So he says, I'm gonna take something from you, and he says, I wanna fight The Undertaker at WrestleMania 32 in a no holds barred match.
Now, a question I have is, I remember you said before, is there a streak or no streak?
There is no streak.
Okay.
So he's not streaking.
So The Undertaker comes out the next week, you know, gong, great entrance, comes out and you know, he calls out Roman Reigns before he even cuts a full on, you know, on back promo. And he asks Roman what he wants, and he says he just wants to take the most important thing to WWE fans that have taken everything from Roman away from them. And he says, I've already lost my streak. I don't have anything else to stay here for. I'm only here when idiots call me out. And he's basically trash talking Reigns. And Roman says, no, I want to take you out. I want to erase you from WWE history. I want to destroy you so I can send a message that I deserve everything I've ever gotten. And basically Undertaker's just like, you know what, fine, I accept your challenge. And they have this whole feud build up to WrestleMania from Fastlane, where they'll constantly trash talk each other. And on the go home show, you know, they'll have a contract signing. They'll sit down, you know, look at each other,
I don't think it's Undertaker sitting down doing a contract signing.
standing up.
They sit,
Okay.
they sit down, look at each other.
Reigns sits down, offers Taker a
Hey
chair.
baby, what's up?
And Taker says, you know, at WrestleMania, you will rest in peace. And Reigns, like, turns around to walk away, then comes back for a Superman punch. Taker catches him and chokeslams him through the table. And does his pose, you know, the knee and the
Yes.
So WrestleMania comes. Undertaker comes out to a big entrance. Roman Reigns, if I was going to give him a, you know, big special WrestleMania entrance, I would have, like, a SWAT team truck roll in. And I'd have them all kind of escort Reigns to the ring, kind of like what the police used to do with Goldberg.
Yeah.
Except I'd have it be all the way to the ring. And he'd get out, and he'd be in SWAT gear, and then like he'd take it off, and he'd be ready for his match. So basically, in this match, I would have it be just full-on brutality, not a whole lot of grappling or technical wrestling, just straight up punches, kicks, beating the hell out of each other for, say, like 10 to 15 minutes. And basically by that point, both of them will be busted open. You know, Reigns will have busted Taker open, Taker busted him open. They're bruised, battered, but they're still going. And so here's how I would have the end of the match, like, you know, the big spots. So big spots I would do in a match like this is Reigns going for a spear and Taker turning him upside down, like taking him, turning him upside down and giving him a tombstone. I would have Taker go for a choke slam, Reigns like hop over him and then spear him.
Yeah.
But basically, end of the match comes, I'd have Reigns just losing it. So I'd have Reigns in this match hit 3 Superman punches, 2 spears, Taker hit 3 choke slams, and 2 tombstones. So they're even with their signature and finisher
Yeah.
now. And then I'd have
One
Reigns.
spot though I suggest is you do where he does the choke, where Taker goes for the choke slam and Reigns counters into the Superman punch. That would be a cool spot.
Yeah.
Just a thought though, but it's your thing,
Yeah.
so.
So, end of the match is coming and Reigns is losing it. And so Reigns goes looking under the ring and ends up finding a nice nifty pair of brass knucks.
But you don't see anyone.
Nope. So he goes to the corner, cocks the fist, gets ready for the Superman punch. Runs over to Taker to hit it. Taker catches him in a choke slam, lifts him up. Reigns dodges, does go for the Superman punch because I had planned that. So plans it. Taker ducks again, flips him over for a tombstone. Reigns breaks out and tries yet another Superman punch. Taker dodges it, and this time knowing that those 2 moves aren't going to work, like turns him around, kind of jumps up as much as Taker can at his age, and gets his legs over his head and puts him in the triangle hold. Chokes Reigns out for the win. Reigns is down. He passes out. Taker wins. Taker poses. Reigns gets up at the end of the match. Taker goes to shake. Alright, here's the thing. Here's the big spot I'm doing. So Undertaker wins the WrestleMania 32 match. But storyline's not over. So Reigns is beaten, and he's somewhat earned the fans' respect for losing, I guess. You know, he looks at the fans. He's like playing to them a little bit. Taker goes to shake his hand. Reigns accepts the handshake. Taker goes to walk away. Reigns pulls Taker back and low blows him. Goes over to the brass knucks, picks him up again, flips the crowd off, runs back. Superman punches him with the brass knucks. Goes back under the ring, finds another pair, takes Taker to the outside of the ring, does the powerbomb he used to do with the shield through the announce table, and then just full on with his brass knucks. Gets on top of Taker, lefts and rights. He's busting Taker open with this. And Taker is bloody as all hell. I'd say probably, you don't have to like actually blade him, but use a shit ton of fake blood or blood capsules if you want to. And just make Taker look like he just got hit by a train, basically. So Reigns is obliterating him. Security's coming out. Every time a referee or security guard comes out, Reigns punches him with the brass knucks, they go down. Punches them. So you have about 20 to 30 security guys just laid out by Roman Reigns, all at ringside. Reigns takes Taker back into the ring, tries to get him to stand up, and Taker, barely stands up and just says, "Your career is over. I hate you." So it's almost mimicking what Shawn did. I'm sorry, I love you, but instead it's, "Your career's over. I hate you." Punches Taker with one last Superman punch, and Taker just drops down, no movement, and just stands over him, fists bloodied, raises his fists. People are booing like crazy. Maybe even plant a few people to throw trash into the ring. He walks out. People are waiting for Taker to get up. No movement. So they come out, EMS and whatever. They put him on a stretcher. They stretcher him out, and people are clapping for Taker. And still no movement. And as they're trying to get him up onto the stretcher, one more time for good measure, Reigns comes out, still brass knucks, jumps up, one final Superman punch onto the stretcher while Taker's down, and then the stretcher collapses, picks it up, throws him off the stage. Then one more time Reigns does his pose, walks out, and then they finally cart Taker away. Next night on Raw, it's revealed that due to traumatic brain injuries, The Undertaker will never wrestle again.
So
I was gonna say you can't kill him because I think
that's way overkill.
Yes, but you know what? It'd be a perfect way to put. People want to boo Reigns. Give them the perfect reason.
I say that's way overkill in terms of. First of all, one shot of the brass knuckles is pretty much enough to get someone a concussion, let alone fucking 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 punches to the head could kill them.
I'm just saying. People want to boo Reigns. Give them the ultimate reason.
That's not.
It's
you want them to boo them. You don't want them to hate the person in real life for killing someone.
Well, he's not killing him. He's just retiring him.
No, he's legitimately killing him.
In storyline wise, Undertaker's already dead.
Yeah, exactly. Now he's super dead.
That's way overkill.
Yeah, I agree with.
I understand,
but I get your message.
I get the message. It's he's the one to retire the Undertaker.
Yes,
the Almighty Undertaker.
People hate him for it. He's done.
I would say the one shot with the brass knuckles is fine.
But but the point is,
But the fact that he murdered 20 people at ringside, also too.
Here's the thing.
So, it's a little bit overkill.
The point is, Brock ended the streak, but Roman can say he ended the Undertaker. And when I say no movement, I mean literally no body twitching, no nothing. He's just still.
Then he's dead.
Yeah, he's perfect.
so he's dead because he got hit.
Next night
He got hit 30 times with brass knuckles. So Undertaker is now dead, and now Roman Reigns is now charged with murder.
So
first degree murder.
Now Reigns is charged with the first degree murder of one Mark Calloway. And the storyline for a year is the Reigns trial. Dun 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 dun.
And Reigns is sentenced to life in prison with the possibility of parole.
They try to tell me people would not. hate it.
They would.
People hate it. Yeah, no, but I hate him anyway.
Yeah.
What
Yeah,
I'm
but
saying, hate him
it's not
more.
gonna, it's not gonna sway my opinion.
We're no,
but-
we don't.
Yeah,
We're not.
you-
We're
you
not
hate
trashing
him
the. We're not trashing the idea. We're just trashing the overkill.
The overkill of the brass knuckles.
Yeah, exactly.
I can understand the low blow, and then he gets back up and then knocking him out with the Superman punch,
Rusev hate the idea.
Oh no.
and then
Here's the thing. One blow would probably
Another
be
shot.
good for a
Did you-
knockout. 5 or so would be good for
A murder.
permanent concussion.
a murder.
You're basically killing him.
Rusev
I'm
hate-
sorry if you don't like that. I don't even like it myself, but
It's not that
It's the
I don't
point.
like it. It's the premise of him retiring the Undertaker that it's a really good premise. It's just that massive overkill in the sense of the fact that you hit him 50 times
It's not overkill,
with the
it's
brass
just-
knuckles.
it's not overkill. It's just legit killing.
It's not. He's legitimately dead.
Rusev
If there's
hate-
no movement, he's dead. He has no heartbeat.
But so basically,
He's
yeah.
been killed.
Next night on Raw, Taker doesn't show up, and
Because he's dead.
because Roman Reigns murdered him.
you know what? Hell, just because
He
we're
got
on,
cremated.
just because we're on the overkill side, have Reigns say this one line to conclude like his promo. So now, while I still stand here, the loser, the winner may be the dead man, but he's not a dead man anymore.
You mean he is a dead man?
Just Dead.
That's a weird
He's a
line.
dead
Okay,
And
man.
now people are turning off the television.
Alright, how about this? He's not the dead man, he's just, and then they cut his microphone so he can't finish it because people in
He's
the back
just
don't even,
Kane.
people in the back don't even want to hear
Yeah.
more of
Kane,
this like
Kane,
disrespecting
Kane.
the Undertaker.
And now comes Kane and
Well-
he brutally murders him for the murder of his
Fun
brother.
fact, next time I'm on this show, that's where my next storyline is going to be, is a continuation of this with Roman versus. Well, it'll be one of them because I wrote a bunch of them. I just don't know what it
I
is.
kind of like with Roman versus Kane as Kane getting revenge
Yeah.
against Roman for basically, or in your storyline purposes, for basically ending Undertaker's career.
Yeah.
And killing
Bruce
him at the
And
same
Joe.
time.
Good guy.
He's not dead. He's just happy.
God.
So we like the storyline. We just don't. It's definitely overkill.
Guy.
Yeah.
Rusev hate that.
That's a good storyline, I like the premise of it.
Yeah.
The fact that, no one could really end the Undertaker, and then Roman Reigns stays extreme lengths at the end.
And you could also set up a future path with Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar, because with Lesnar as the face, Roman as the heel, by having Roman say, you may have ended the streak.
With Ro- but I.
Or the fact that, or Brock, or Paul Heyman could be like, the fact what you did to the Undertaker was disgusting, cementing him as a face,
Yeah.
as saying, oh, what he did was disgusting, my client would never go that far to try to literally kill the Undertaker.
Yeah, you could do one of two things. You could have Heyman be like, you could have Heyman stay heel and turn on Lesnar by saying like Roman's more vicious and he likes the younger talent that Roman is. Or you could have like Heyman stay face like that and be like, we might
That
be
is
brutal.
disgusting.
We're
Be
brutal, but
we
we're not.
we have respect for the Undertaker.
Like we're brutal,
You
but we're
don't.
not downright evil.
Yeah.
Like Jerry Reigns is like downright an evil son of a bitch.
Yeah, and it's like you can have Paul Heyman say like,
But after-
we despise the Undertaker because of his matches, but we respect him as a person.
Yeah.
Right.
And what you did was just downright disgusting.
But
You
after
should-
this, you realize once you do this, Roman Reigns can probably never go back to being a babyface.
oh no,
Oh, no.
unless if he does something drastic,
Hey,
like
Steve.
turning
Go
on Triple
Brock.
H or something like that,
oh, we need go Brock.
or turning on like the
Brock.
second biggest
Alright,
heel.
I'll put Chris Finch.
Is
Or
it-
turning on like the second biggest heel in the company, like Triple H or something like that. Like
Yeah.
you have it. So like Triple H is like the second biggest heel.
Quoting Brock, I don't give a shit about Taker.
I don't give a shit about his kids.
Exactly.
I don't give a
But it's
shit
Paul
about
Heyman,
anyone's
that's not
kids
Brock
except my
Lesnar.
own. Wait, did you guys see Brock's latest I'm gonna swear a lot interview?
Yeah.
I don't give a shit about Goldberg's kids.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit about anybody's kids except my own. I don't even give a shit about Heath Slater's kids.
But anyhow, so that's
I didn't find all of them.
so that's
Rusev hate that
I'm
idea.
not concerned with what's
So
running
that's,
through his head. I'm
that's,
concerned with what's running through his head. No, what's running down his leg. Piss. That's one of my favorite lines.
It's,
that's-
I like that storyline though.
Alright, I gotta go.
so that's Steve's storyline.
You know,
What I'm gonna start doing is
Rusev push
is
you.
people can vote which one's the best storyline. So let's see if you can.
Outdo the year of Punk. Well, I mean, come on, anything can be better.
All right. So now we have the
Well,
next.
Well, how much are you changing? A lot of it, or just the
There
parts?
is
that
Watch the
you
video.
changed?
Watch the video.
Watch the video, you'll find it.
What?
Okay.
Just watch it. Good God.
Wait. Say bye.
I know, right? For the love of
Hey
fucking
guys,
God.
say goodbye.
Not Steiner.
Not Steiner.
Not Steiner. I'm just a guy.
He's just a guy, he's just a little boy. In a man's world.
The years.
story.
Alright, so now I'll talk about what happened, like I said, what happened in real life, and you can talk about your
For
version.
the first time, let me hype this up. For the first time in 2 fucking months
I get
that
it.
we've been saying this,
Yeah.
John can finally say his CM Punk summer of CM Punk. Ladies and gentlemen, the
Yeah.
one, the only, the legend himself, the longest reigning champion in Massasoit Aftershock Corner wrestling history, John Teddy, ladies and gentlemen.
Alright,
Thank you, Doug.
we're cheering for the heel.
This is a smart crowd. So
Yeah. So yeah, I remember you guys said what happened in real life and then your version.
So let's see here. What happened in real life is
With
that
the summer punk.
well, like this is the year of Punk.
It's the year of Punk. It's not the summer, it's not just the summer.
Alright, so let me turn it over now at Steve's, so that way we can get, because you're not, you in the video.
shot.
Yeah, get the man who's
You
reading.
may want to come up
Man
more
with the
further
plans.
when it's your turn to talk.
I'm just gonna sit back here and hide.
Okay. I'm ready.
Okay. So in this particular case, we have CM Punk, as most of you may know, as the bitch of the UFC. UFC, not UCF.
Yeah.
What the fuck did I say? This is going downhill quickly. So Punk cut a pipe bomb promo saying that he's gonna end his career's contract's coming to an end on July 17th. If he doesn't win the championship, he's out of here. He won the title, ran away from the company, immediately came back and lost. And lost a lot of momentum. And the company lost a lot of money as a result of it.
Yep.
So let's rebook the year of Punk, shall we? So we're gonna keep everything up to the same for Money in the Bank. Like till the night after Money in the Bank. Punk
Yeah.
wins the title, he cuts the promo, he, does all of his awesome shit.
Leaves the company.
So on Raw, Raw opens up with Vince McMahon furious with the actions of last night. And he calls out Cena at the beginning of the show. This is the beginning of the show.
You don't wait till the end.
No. He's gonna say you're fired. Triple H music hits. Saying that Cena isn't fired, as in fact Vince is no longer in creative control of personnel decision making. And all those titles have been bestowed upon him. I should have probably read this before.
Yeah.
But all the title, he's now the official CEO. and everything.
Like in real life, pretty much.
Yes.
Except that's in the beginning of the show. instead of the
His
end.
first decree as the head of WWE is an 8-man tournament to determine the new WWE champion. This 8-person tournament will include Dolph Ziggler, Alex Riley, Rey Mysterio, The Miz, R-Truth, John Morrison, Kofi Kingston, and of course, John Cena. But the finals will be held at SummerSlam to crown the new WWE champion and unveils a new belt, not the spinner shit. 7 weeks go by, the main event of SummerSlam will be John Cena versus Rey Mysterio, a match we have never seen before. But a main event a major top 4 show. To have a very good match, until of course there's the ref bump, inevitably. But also a hooded figure comes out of the ring and laid up both men.
I'm just getting the phone real quick.
Who is this man, you may say? Who is this mystery hooded figure?
Who is this hooded figure?
I wonder who.
I know who is it? Who? Is it CP Monk?
It's who? What? I don't know. It's CM Punk. What a shot. As he holds up the new championship, security and Triple H try to get him out, but Punk escapes, goes to the crowd, screams, "This is mine because I'm champion and I'm the best in the world."
Does the belt design get revealed?
The belt was
They
the
did
belt
that-
was already built.
Oh, I like.
So now we're past the spinner shit, and we have a legitimate championship now.
Yes, it's not a toy anymore. Anyway, going into the next night, Triple H comes out looking for Punk, finds him in the front row because Punk bought a ticket. I got a ticket. Invites him into the ring and asks what does he want.
Drugs.
See a Punk straight edge.
Punk says, "I want a contract with control." Punk says, "I want a contract with control over his character and everything else. And all my demands have been met. I'll make you a deal. 1 night, 1 match." This is H speaking. One match, 1 night, and here are the stakes. Punk, you win. You get everything you want. You are the champion, you are the top guy, you're the top billing. If you lose, you're going to give up the title to me, but you're never allowed to step foot in WWE arena again.
Can you ever wrestle again?
He can wrestle, but not in WWE.
Okay.
But as you know, wrestling doesn't matter outside WWE.
Yeah. Wait, let's get ready for those hate comments that you just said, because everyone's gonna hate that.
It's a joke, guys, joke. Which is one of... Okay, so which one of your cronies do I have to beat? Cena, I already beat him. Ray, I beat him multiple times. Triple H, it's me. Be H versus Punk.
He jabs out to him.
Just like in real life.
Yep, and Punk says, great, now I can embarrass 2 members of your family. Get him up too. Alright. So let's see, the match happens at a championship where CM Punk wins, clean as a sheet.
And is it a no holds barred like in real life?
Yes.
Okay.
But he wins clean as a sheet.
Okay. No Nash, no.
No
Truth,
Nash,
Miz.
no Truth, no Miz shit. And the champion
The sheet has to be clean.
in the
Or
top.
else
Yeah,
It
that's
doesn't count.
doesn't really count for me. And the champion, the top star, is CM Punk. But wait, what about Cena and Ray? They both were given a WWE title match. They actually have a legitimate claim to
Yeah.
be champion. They were screwed out of the championship match at SummerSlam. So in Hell in a Cell, and the number one contendership match that would happen at Night of Champions,
Okay.
ends in a double pin. So we're gonna have ourselves a triple threat match at Hell in a Cell.
First one ever.
Inside Hell in a Cell. For
First
the
match
WWE.
ever, that's a triple threat.
Yeah. Where
First-
Punk wins again. Notice the whole thing here. He wins.
He wins, he's not losing.
Yes. After he pins Cena, after the match, Alberto comes out to cash in Money in the Bank after pinning Punk over the head with the case.
Uh-oh.
The bell rings. Alberto goes for his, the Shining Wizard that he does.
Yep.
Yeah.
Punk rolls him up, grabs the tights for the win. And oh my god. So of course, being furious, Alberto,
Because he's the
and
first
Punk,
one to fail at cashing Money
Yep.
in the Bank.
they considered to have a series of matches at Vengeance, Survivor Series, ultimately culminated in a ladder match at TLC, where Punk retains the title. Now we are in.
And the new design's there now, right?
The new design has been here since SummerSlam. Yes.
Okay. I was just
So
checking.
no one got spin a toy belt.
Nope.
Is it the title that they had when The Rock brought it in, or is it
I don't know. You can people in the comments. You can make a belt whatever the hell you
Yeah.
want it to be.
just
You make the CM Punk title. I don't care. We can have X's around the championship.
Yeah, whatever your heart
Or
desires.
having an ice cream bar spinner.
wow?
All right. So
We don't want kid belts, but we want an even more kidder belt.
So, at the Rumble, since Ray never actually lost his match,
Yep.
he was never pinned, he will face CM Punk at the Rumble for the title.
So is he heel or face? Punk.
Punk is kind of between it.
Okay.
Kind of like
At this point in time.
Yes. He's more facious than heel.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, he wins. So, who wins?
Punk.
Punk wins against Ray. Great match. I was assuming this would be a great match. They never had a bad match yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now it's time to focus on what's going on ahead. Chris Jericho wins the Rumble. So he's going to defend his so Punk's going to defend his title
Just
match.
like I booked it in my story.
Yep. He's going to defend it inside Elimination Chamber. Which will include R-Truth, The Miz, Kofi, Ray, Dolph, and Punk. Where Punk wins, of course.
Yeah.
Punk and Jericho have a trio of matches at WrestleMania, Extreme Rules, and Over the Limit, where Punk wins all 3. Then Punk gets
Is
a
the
one.
feud the same? Like how it was in real life?
Yeah. Then Punk goes on a feud with Kane. It's a one-off, to be fully
Yeah.
honest, because I had nothing for Punk
Yeah.
to
I
do
guess,
from
yeah.
in between these times, because Cena's currently having a feud with someone else.
And everyone else is kind of busy.
Yep. Because so Cena was still having his stuff with The Rock, and he was having
Brock.
stuff with Brock and then John Laurinaitis and the Big Show.
It
So
main
now-
event. Does the match main event with Kane though, right?
Yeah, match with Kane.
Even though it's Kane, but it's better than
yeah.
Laurinaitis and
It's the
Cena.
Demon Kane. So now we get to Money in the Bank, and we need a number 1 contender for the title, and it's now one Jonathan Cena.
Chris loves that.
A rematch of a rematch of the last year's Money in the Bank, where Punk wins. Again.
Notice too, Cena never got that win back.
Nope. Well, he never did actually. In real life.
No, he did. But when
Give him a squash. He wants some squash with that.
What?
When he went to face Rock for the title, remember they had like a number one contenders match when he would face Rock.
That was like 3 years afterwards.
Yeah.
He wants to give him the squash with that.
And then after the match, two-time Money in the Bank winner Daniel Bryan, pissed off because fans are saying that his first title win was a cheap win because he came out and cashed in, challenges Punk at SummerSlam for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship.
Well, just the WWE title.
I know, but I used to say it.
Okay,
Yeah.
it's the Welterweight Championship.
Where Bryan wins at SummerSlam, ends the year of Punk. And that concludes the year of Punk.
And Bryan's
Bryan's the new champion.
Bryan's he face, right? Or-
Bryan's now the new big babyface champion.
Okay.
It works.
Is that it?
That's it.
I thought you told me more originally.
That was like I chopped down a little bit.
Okay.
It's been chopped down.
I like it because obviously one, CM Punk didn't lose.
He's winning.
Yeah.
CM Punk is actually,
And his walkout, even though he only left for about a month, at least he didn't come back 8 days later, and it actually did something. He actually got what he wanted in the end, because it felt like when he came
exactly.
back, he
Nothing
came back 8
changed.
days later and nothing changed at all.
Yeah. No ice cream bars.
Yeah, and then like too, he mentioned that every week too.
An ice cream bar on
I'm
the
trying to
pole
think what
mat.
else.
He's a face. He's gonna band into the crowd.
An ice cream bar on a pole mat.
I can't express this enough. I think you guys agree with me. The fact that Punk turned heel was stupid,
Yep.
Yeah, and that
and the fact that he didn't want to. He
Yeah.
loved being a face. That was the crazy thing. He thought he loved being a
and
heel.
you knew they knew. I feel like they knew in a way 'cause it was so bad because they had to do things like interrupt Jerry the King Lawler when he came back from his heart attack.
Yeah.
Do that whole
Because
They wanted Brock to have a heel to go.
Yes. And he wouldn't go against Punk as a face. I don't know why. It was basically face with him and Hogan. Because Hogan was really a heel,
yeah.
and it just didn't. His face time didn't make any sense.
Heel turn.
His heel time didn't make any sense. That's face time. His face time made plenty of sense. His heel time made no sense.
Yeah.
Because in the midst of being one of the hottest baby faces in the company, absolutely on fire,
Mm-hmm.
and you know what happens? WWE does WWE shit and they fucked it up. And they ruined what would have been a great face run.
Yep.
You make it turn the face before he left, and it just really feel the same.
Because he didn't care.
You could see it.
Yeah. He was also sick.
Like during the 11 to 12 run that he had when he was a face, it was like he was amazing.
Yep.
Like he was so over with the crowd. Every night he came out, he got the biggest reaction of the night. Everyone was invested into it. He was invested into the crowd.
Mhm.
He loved the crowd just as much as they loved him. And then they randomly turned him heel and killed his character. Because
Yep.
you know what happened when he came out? He got cheered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People you couldn't hate CM Punk around that period of time.
No.
No matter what he did. He took the Undertaker's ashes out of took Paul Bearer's ashes out of the urn, which was sand, and
Which was
he
absolute
dumped the
sand.
sand / quote unquote ashes
I don't
all
think,
over his body,
Yeah.
and he still got cheered.
I don't think. Oh, when he dropped the remember he dropped the urn.
He dropped the urn and still got cheered because
Yeah,
people
he
laughed. That was
cursed.
hilarious.
He goes, oh shit.
People
and
thought
then,
it was hilarious.
Yeah.
The best part is that wasn't scripted, was it? Like he just dropped the.
He just dropped the urn. I think he was supposed to play around with it and shit and not drop it. I think he dropped it. When he dropped it, he's like, oh shit, and then he picked it back up.
yeah.
I
But
care
then,
about myself.
so for you,
Yes.
it was way better. Plus, you did make Bryan became a huge star, Bobby, after that.
Yep.
Turned face. And obviously, he had Cena actually not be able to beat somebody.
Yeah.
That scene
Cena
after
putting
he-
someone properly over.
Yeah.
So, like he's done so far already.
Not at that time.
AJ Styles.
Not
No,
at that
no,
time.
he's done-
AJ Styles.
He's
AJ Styles.
He's done well in with AJ Styles. If he wins at WrestleMania, it's all for naught.
It's all for good. The hero has his championship again. The 40-year-old John Cena has his title back.
The top 10 people that are found guilty in the court of public opinion. And they have a picture of who the fuck this is.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
on
so that was
Yeah.
overall good storyline. Now, I know Steve's on, but I think it was better than Steve's. But then again,
I think Steve's overkill at the end really hurt his.
I didn't really. I actually wasn't listening. I don't know if any of you were paying attention. I had
That's on my
headphones.
phone.
I had headphones in.
Why?
I don't know.
Okay.
Go to heel.
He's still a championship.
Alright,
right?
so-
Wait, no, like, why'd you do it? I don't know.
Me or you?
I'll go.
Okay.
I kind of have this fresh.
So
But,
let's see when he comes up. No, I'll just say don't shit on Chris, cause he literally just started this today. So please
Yeah.
don't shit. Please don't shit on him. Just please. That's the one
it's
thing.
gonna sound bad, but so it's gonna be short. It's gonna be very short actually. 'Cause I'm probably gonna have it go from SummerSlam to like Survivor Series,
Okay.
or even shorter than that, because I really don't have anything thought of long term past that.
Yeah. This
Kind
is
of
practice.
sprung this upon me like at like 10.
Yeah.
And I really don't have.
That's how
That much.
planned we are, people.
I know we do shit the day of because we all thought we were gonna do the show and not. But yeah.
I forgot
Alright, so
about it.
the feud is going to be the Club versus the Shield. 4-on-4 feud. There's going to be a surprise. It's going to end at Survivor Series. It'll be a 4-on-4 Survivor Series elimination tag team match. Not the usual traditional 5-on-5 match, but it's going to be a 4-on-4. So at SummerSlam, they have their. I'm not even going to change it. It's going to be the winner of the Seth Rollins and Finn Balor match will win the Universal Championship. I'm not going to change it. I'm going to have Finn Balor win. But at the
Hopefully he
end,
doesn't get injured this time.
no, it's
Hopefully
going to
he can't
be.
plan it.
This is no injuries.
Okay. Yeah, because that stuff you can't really plan. So.
And so now Finn Balor's your new champion. Who's they show a sign of respect. But over the coming months, you'll see a change. And this is no brand split, by the way.
Okay.
So you'll see a change in Finn in the coming months, and it's not unnoticeable. It's very subtle by the way he starts talking and everything. So the next night on Raw, he comes out and he congratulates Seth, but he does it in a condescending kind of way, to where he's the reason why the match was so great was because of him. Condescending attitude in it, and the fans are starting to, in the middle of the promo, starting to catch on to the random attitude change that he's had. And so Seth comes out and says, last night we basically had a sign of respect, and now you're going back on your word. And Finn, in the condescending attitude, says, because the match was great because of me, not because of you. So, and that sets Seth Rollins off, and Seth Rollins' face. By the way, he came back as a face, not as a heel.
Okay.
So it was lopsided. Like, you notice when he came back, like the first time around as the heel against this past year, how it was like lopsided in the face's favor.
Yeah.
It's gonna be lopsided in the heel's favor for a little bit, and then it's gonna work its way up. So Seth's kind of like the face, but Finn's kind of he's switched to the heel now. So it's gonna be an odd amount of heels, because for this story that makes sense.
Well, that's what you want. You want that, right? Like you want to have the heels have more.
Yeah, the heel. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It makes it for more compelling because you have to get more baby faces in there
Yeah.
instead of having too many faces. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I know. It's like there's we have 2-1 advantage, and the baby faces are beating up the heel. That poor heel.
Yeah, it is. But as they're going on the verbal jousts back and forth at each other, out come Gallows and Anderson. They had just won the tag team titles from the New Day at SummerSlam.
Pains for you to say it, huh?
I love Gallows and Anderson, so it really doesn't hurt me to say that.
Plus, the New Day would have buds.
This is all right at the top of my head. I'm literally thinking of this as I'm going right now, so that's why I'm kind of stopping.
Mm-hmm.
But so Gallows and Anderson are your new tag team champions. Because didn't New Day set the record that day, or was it the next day?
They set the record for longest WWE Tag Team Champions of all time.
When? He's asking.
The SummerSlam, the day after SummerSlam.
Day of SummerSlam, so it's gonna come early, a day early. So that's the heel move right there. So the crowd's pissed off that first of all, New Day is not going to be the longest reigning tag team champions. They came 1 day short, and so they come out and they're siding, and they're undecided of who. Not really undecided, but it's looking like they're gonna join and form the club, not the Bullet Club because they have the number right still kind of going on for real life. And so they're in the ring and they're verbally jousting back and forth. All of them. Out comes Styles. Styles is still babyface, and he comes out and says, "You know what? I'm not gonna. You know what? Let's have a tag team match right now. Me and Seth versus Balor and Anderson." So they have their match, and as the match is going on, Styles is becoming more reclusive. Every time, Seth tries to go over and tag him, conveniently, Club grab him and then pull him back. And once he goes to finally make the tag after getting beat down for, typical babyface tag team match, gets beat down for the majority of the match, and the hot tag comes. Seth goes to tag in AJ. AJ backs down. Crowd's incensed about what's happening right now. It's like they're going insane. Not cheering because they're heels, not faces. And Seth's just like AJ's just like, I don't need you to win. I can win. I can do this on my own. You needed me. You're weak. He's screaming that to Seth, and so he comes back into the ring and watches them beat up Seth. Just watches them hit the Magic Killer, Buddha Doom on him. Just beat him down, and they win the match. And after he does the wolf pack with them, and now that's the club right there. Not waiting 5 years to determine who's going to be in the stable. Immediately, you know who's in the stable.
Okay.
Instead of WWE's version of it, where the three of them were together, and then Finn Balor mysteriously shows up backstage at SummerSlam with them.
Yeah. Yeah, I think they would have gone somewhere with that.
Yeah. If Finn hadn't gotten hurt, I think eventually Balor would have eventually turned heel.
And if the brand split didn't happen.
Yeah, exactly. Brand split kind of fucked that up. That's why I say no brand split.
Remember when they first announced that, we were so happy?
Oh, I know. It's really screwed up the program because you can't do the programs that you want. If you want a Shield and Club feud, you can't have it. Because now it makes sense to have all in the same brands because now all three of them are faces now.
Yeah.
It just doesn't make any sense for them to be split up right now because they could be shooting a
And it's
major angle.
hurt Ambrose, it's hurt
Ambrose the most.
Yeah.
I think Rollins and Reigns have kind of thrived in this.
Reigns still gets his booze and.
Reigns still gets his booze, but he's won the U.S. Championship.
Yep.
He's back. Right now he's in contention for the WWE Championship there. The Universal Championship.
I think they intentionally turned the not a conspiracy now, but I think they intentionally lowered the volume on SmackDown's crowd.
Oh yeah, you can see.
Yeah.
Because no one gets a reaction.
I'm like, it's not possible here.
I know they definitely do turn the mics down.
Yep. As opposed to Raw's.
You hear the crowd's every move. You can
Yeah,
hear it.
exactly. Because
Yeah.
that's what they want you to hear.
Yeah, they don't want you to.
They don't want you to hear SmackDown's crowd reaction because that's. But like on TV, it looks like American Alpha's getting crickets.
Yeah, probably there.
Probably live, they're probably going insane.
Same thing with TJ Perkins.
Yeah.
I already told you, TJ Perkins had a massive reaction.
Yeah, it came across like he barely got any reaction.
Yep.
Because it's the Cruiserweight division, I don't care about it.
They don't care about it. So why should we care about it?
So, anyway.
that divergent.
Yeah. So, like I said, there's no brand split, but so now it makes sense for them to get together. But so now all four of them are now together in the ring, and they're beating the living shit out of Seth Rollins. Referees come out, they beat down the referees.
But I just thought of something. I don't mean to interrupt you.
They beat him down.
If there's no brand split, then why is there a Universal Championship?
Because they need two separate titles for each show.
Okay.
But
So it's
no
not
brand
like, because, but exactly, but there wasn't really a brand split towards the end when they had the World Championship and the WWE Championship. When they unified the titles, there was no
Yeah, but
specific champions for that show.
It was just the
Cena was defending that title on Raw, Orton was defending that title on SmackDown.
vice versa. Cena was the world champion.
Yes, they were defending. That's
Yeah.
keep it. It's a fantasy, guys.
Okay.
They'll have their own championships.
Everybody gets
It's not like they can defend. It's not like they can't defend the championship on a different brand. It's just they have. Each show has a specific champion.
Plus, too, it's gonna help, the guys that never get championship matches.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And so this is coming up for SummerSlam. Well, I'm going to keep the kind of keep the storylines in place too, where Styles was feuding with Ambrose, not fucking Dolph Ziggler for no reason, and he beat him for the championship.
Okay.
So Styles and Balor now have the two main championships on their brand. Not in their brand, but in their group.
Mm-hmm.
They have the two major championships. The four, too, because they have the tag team championships. So now they have all the titles, but all the main titles besides the Intercontinental and U.S. Championship.
Yep.
And so they're, over the next coming weeks, they run roughshod over the roster. They do whatever they want. They can't be stopped. They're unstoppable. You're not the comedic teddy bears that they were for when they were feuding with the New Day.
We used to be doctors.
We used to be doctors, and now we're retirement specialists. None of that shit.
Yeah.
They're serious, on the mic, in the ring. No, they're beating
No
the
bullshit.
shit out of everyone.
No
matter what it is. Doesn't matter. No, they go in there, they handle the business in less than a minute. To get heat.
Mm-hmm.
And it's scorching. No, they're not getting a single cheer from the crowd. They're being that great of a heel to the point where everyone hates them.
Yep.
They keep ruining every match. They're running roughshod. They're not listening to, Shane. They're not listening to Stephanie. They don't listen to anyone. And Vince has even told them to stop, and they haven't stopped, and they're just disobeying it. They keep interrupting Seth Rollins matches, Dean Ambrose matches, Roman Reigns matches. All those matches they keep interfering. They keep beating the living shit out of everyone who's in the ring, heel or face. It doesn't matter who they are. And it's just getting them nuclear heat. So they're running roughshod over the roster, and now the authority figure here is the face because of Shane McMahon, and Stephanie also too is the face, which is kind of weird because I hate booking it like that. I hate booking face authority figure against the heel anti-authority, which doesn't make any sense, but here it kind of does. So now Stephanie and Shane kind of get on the same page, and they realize we have to form a team that can go against this dominant stable in the club who just week in and week out keep wreaking havoc on our brands, Raw and SmackDown. For week in and week out, they just dominate everyone who's in their path. Because their ultimate goal is to reign supreme over WWE. Now that they're the champions, they can do whatever they want. So Stephanie and Shane are backstage and like, we have to do what we have to do to stop the club from spreading. Like kind of how Vince McMahon wanted to inject the poison, which was the NWO, into WWE. They want to take that poison out of WWE. So over the next coming weeks, the Shield get back together by them saving each other from the club. So Seth Rollins has his match against, let's say against Finn Balor. That'll be the main feud for the Universal Championship, which is the main belt. The WWE Championship, World Heavyweight Championship will be the kind of like it's the afterthought, anyways. Yeah. Now will be the secondary heavyweight championship.
The Universal?
Universal's the main championship.
Okay.
And so Finn Balor has that championship, and he's feuding against Seth Rollins. In every single match they've had, the club has interfered. No matter what Rollins says, the club still interferes. Oh, you're a coward for having your stable come out and interfere in your match. Your boys come out all the time. You can't fight for yourself. And he goes, you know why I can't fight for myself? It's because I'm the heel and I can do whatever I want. And every single match they have against Rollins, Reigns, and Ambrose always ends in either disqualification with the face winning the match by DQ, or they win but not cleanly.
Mm-hmm.
And so eventually the Shield gets sick and tired of it. And that shows a backstage segment where they're back there together, and they're like, we have to stop the Shield from. We have to stop the Shield. Yeah, that makes sense because they're the Shield.
Yeah.
Shield
They have to stop themselves.
Is it the old Shield promo where they had the handheld cameras, or is it like?
Yeah, like kind of like old school Shield, like kind of to bring back the mystique of the Shield. You don't know where they are in the arena, kind of how they were when they were the mercenaries and going on forward.
Yeah.
And it's a backstage promo, and they're like, we have to stop the club from spreading. And I know for a fact I don't like you, Reigns, and you don't like me. We all don't like each other. Besides, well,
Reigns and
I know.
Ambrose.
And Seth goes, I know you and Ambrose don't have a problem, Reigns, but I have a problem with all of you guys. Maybe it's time we bring back the Shield. Maybe it's time we put our differences aside. And that gets a huge pop from the crowd. And there's a surprise tag team partner that I literally don't know who's going to be yet. I haven't really thought of that yet. But I have kind of I'm just going to spitball a couple of names here, but like Kane or Cesaro.
Yeah.
Like a Undertaker for like Survivor Series, kind of like.
Do that one.
I was kind of thinking like Taker, someone like big and stronger, like Big Show or something like that, to counteract the toughness of the club. And so just they get together, and the numbers are too much, but the Shield end up always fighting back, and that shows the resiliency as the baby faces. Like every time the club, they beat the crap out of them. And just kind of like how it was when the Evolution was feuding with the Shield, and they beat the crap out of them, but the Shield would come out last minute and get the last. They would come out, they beat the shit out of them, and they come back, in like the last part of the segment, and beat the shit out of them, and like the crowd would go insane, kind of like that. But and they come in with steel chairs, and as the club would be celebrating, and they miss obviously, they would hit them with the steel chairs, but they clear the ring, and the crowd would go insane. And so now this leads to, I literally have no idea what I'm, so I'm just going to go to Survivor Series.
Yep.
So I said, if I had more time to plan this
Yeah,
I would,
yeah.
but I don't, and I'm just going like on the fly here.
Yep.
But that carries on for the next couple of months, and at Survivor Series, they realize they need some help. They need some help, and I kind of thought of this just last second, but they need some help from a boss per se. So they go and they recruit Triple H. Triple H is the face now because it's the authority in general. Vince, Stephanie, Shane, Triple H are all faces, and they recruit Triple H, and effectively at Survivor Series, they don't end the club. But the club takes a massive blow because they've been winning the whole time and dominating every single week, week in and week out. So and it's an elimination match too. And the Shield looked dominant. The Shield and Triple H looked dominant by effectively sweeping the club and dealing them with a major blow at the same time.
Wait, so you're having the club lose its Survivor Series?
Have the club lose its Survivor Series to
with
show
a
that
clean
they're-
sweep?
and a clean sweep to show that the other team is just as dominant as they are. You kind of show that.
I like the idea, but it's like it's kind of like the Nexus angle.
I don't want to cut the links out to it. I don't want to cut.
It's not going to end it. Like it's not going to.
I know.
That's not the end there. That's just
I know,
like
but I'm just saying, like,
that's a way for the face team to get their revenge. But then at the next, I'm thinking at the Royal Rumble, the club just completely decimate the Shield.
yeah, but it's like the first match that the teams had together, gonna go up against another team. I don't know if you want to lose that, but it's your storyline. I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
I know, it's something I just randomly thought of the
I'm
top of
like-
my head. It's not really thought out.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know. Like having Triple H squash the entire.
Triple H by himself.
Will beat every 4 members of the club.
I have to work on it. I might redo it if
Yeah.
I have more time to work on it.
Owen.
I like where it's going.
Me? Why you look at me?
Is it if I have more time to work on it? Owen.
Yeah, exactly. Because I have no time to
We didn't know we were doing a show today.
I need more time to think of it.
Yeah.
Because now I think of it, I don't like the authority. I don't like the authority being the face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a work. You gotta give him credit though. It's actually pretty good for something you had to throw on right on the fly.
Yeah,
So
we're-
And I kind of rushed the Shield getting match.
Yeah.
Getting that together too.
Yeah, because
Yes.
we're almost an hour into the video.
Yeah.
and I have to go now. I don't think mine should be too long though. All right, so mine's leading off of WrestleMania 28.
A little bit different.
Yeah.
If you've watched the other show, then you'll know.
If you watch
So-
the show, you know that Owen takes storylines from the past and redoes them.
Yep. So what happens? I'll just kind of mention a little bit of the aftermath. Is now obviously they don't like this decision, but WWE buys out TNA after WrestleMania 28 because WrestleMania 28. I'm going to assume, I don't know if it would, does like a huge buy rate so they have enough money where they can buy out TNA. Obviously you don't like that.
I don't think TNA's gonna sell, so that's also
Yeah.
Yeah,
Obviously
so-
now-
I'll
I
play
know
by
that-
your fancy bookings here.
Yeah. But
They
this is a
don't- but yeah, I
fan.
agree with you too, John. It's like I don't
Yeah.
think they care.
I don't think they would, but
They're not.
this was a way so I could utilize some talent because I was lacking in talent when I was booking this stuff, as you guys saw.
Yep.
So, but obviously it's going to be kind of like the same case where in WCW where they couldn't buy out some of the big stars' contracts. So obviously the little stars, there's not going to be an invasion angle of TNA. That's not going to happen. As much as everyone probably would like that to happen, but if I did that right then, it would just be
The
WCW.
the same invasion angle.
But eventually the big stars will come to WWE, but they have to buy out their contract. So I'm hoping with these pay-per-views I do, where they would have enough money to do so. Some of them do, because obviously, like the first match I have here is Robbie E versus Zack Ryder. I'm assuming they could probably buy out Robbie E's contract, where they could get him
Yep.
to come to WWE, because his contract probably wasn't worth very much.
No.
But anyhow, so we have the kickoff. There's two kickoff matches. So it was Robbie E versus Zack Ryder and a blow-off.
Why doesn't he blow off?
I don't really know myself, but they've had him before. I booked this so long ago while I watched it.
I was gonna say, this is Robbie E and Zack Ryder bro off.
Yeah,
Well, it's like, can
I needed-
my fist can go higher than yours.
it was they've done it before, but I also needed a stipulation for them, and this is the stipulation that makes sense. And Zack Ryder and Robbie E have the same gimmick pretty much.
Yep.
So maybe I should have put a little bit more thought what a blow off was. So that's on me.
That's a plot hole. Continuity error.
But
I guess the spoilers are already out for Raw.
Don't tell me.
Well, obviously, the final member of Team Raw is Seth Rollins.
Yeah, we know. But anyhow, so they're feuding, because it makes sense considering the fact that they both have the same gimmick.
Kane returned to Raw.
Huh?
Kane returned to Raw.
Kane return into Raw? Oh.
Kane is the final member of Team Raw.
I didn't know it. And then on the SmackDown after WrestleMania 28, Robbie E will cost Zack Ryder his rematch clause for the U.S. title. This will be Robbie E's debut. And Robbie E will say that Zack Ryder is not a real bro. He is a phony. The real bro is Robbie E. And they will get into a war of words on Zack Ryder's YouTube channel. If you guys remember that YouTube channel.
The true Long Island story.
And while Zack Ryder is in matches, Robbie E will be on commentary screwing him over until finally Robbie E challenges Zack Ryder to a blow-off to see who the real bro is in WWE.
The bros are the bro.
And Zack Ryder will win the blow-off because obviously I know the fans pick who wins the contest, and obviously since Zack Ryder is the babyface, they would be in favor of him. Since he would still be over because his momentum didn't get killed by Kane.
I wonder what would happen if they had one of those competitions where the fans decide and the heel actually does something cool and they actually pick the heel.
They did that once. Fandango and the Great Khali in a dance-off. They picked Fandango, but they had the Great Khali win anyways.
I see.
Yep. And afterwards, Zack Ryder will be laid out by a debut in Robbie T since they were a tag team around this time.
Robbie T.
Oh great, Robbie T versus Zack Ryder. I'm looking forward to it.
So then, so that's the first match.
E.T. E.T.
So then the next match. Now, obviously, the tag team name we're all not a fans of, but I couldn't really think of a tag team name for this team. I think you know the tag team I'm going with.
Babylonian S. Right.
Babylonian.
Is that
Babylonian fuckboys.
Yeah. Versus Kurt Hawkins and Zack Ryder in a tornado tag team match. So I'll kind of explain. Babylonian. Is that how you say that word? I thought it was
Babylon.
Okay. Is me and
Bologna airstrike.
is me and James. Now obviously, yeah, because since it's fantasy, I'm gonna put myself into this story, into this.
Because you're
why not?
fucking weird.
But I am gonna put you and Chris into this too. Just
I better be in the shield.
We'll get to that, but pretty much, me and James' background throughout this is we, you know, like any wrestler, like anyone who's ever come up to the wrestling business, we've watched wrestling since we were young. We broke into the business, and we pretty much dominated the entire indie tag team everywhere, all over the world.
Except for the Wolves. They still kicked your ass.
Yeah, well, I mean, we don't.
So the Young Bucks.
And we've dominated, you know, Ring of Honor. We've dominated a wrestling company in Germany, New Japan Pro Wrestling. But we've even gone to.
In Germany.
Yeah, maybe.
We've even
random
gone
fucking.
And then we went to.
We've been dominating Germany, guys.
And then we went to TNA in 2000, I'd say 2008.
Yep.
And, you know, dominated the tag team there. But then we get fired from TNA because because Hulk Hogan comes into the company and TNA says, and TNA fires us so they can afford enough money to face.
My life.
Yes,
that was.
So they can
I
afford.
don't have it today, guys.
So they can afford enough money to, you know.
They don't have enough money so to fire the worst tag team in TNA.
And then James blames himself for the reason we got fired, so he quit.
Like in real life.
He quits wrestling. So
Like in real life.
and I continue wrestling. I go on like a little bit of a singles run in Ring of Honor.
You get destroyed by everyone.
No, I win the Ring of Honor. What's the mid-card title in Ring of Honor around this
I don't
time?
know.
Like the TV title.
The RA's TV title.
So I win that. So I hold that title a couple of times, and then
Is this like your back? Like, why are we dealing into your backstory? That was talking about Extreme Rules.
I want to mention like the backstory I came up.
Okay.
But pretty much we've dominated all over the world, and we're like a big over tag team.
Well, you're a more sustained singles run.
Yeah. But James does come back though, because he meets the girlfriend he's with now, and she tried to get him to come out of wrestling, but then eventually I convinced him to come back into wrestling, which in real life would be very difficult.
Yeah.
So in late 2010, 2011, we form our tag team. Hopefully, this would, we don't know if this would happen in real life, but we're just gonna assume it happens. And in late 2011, we get signed to NXT because NXT, Triple H in real life, when NXT takes over NXT around 2011 instead. And we dominate the tag team division in NXT, and then we get called up to the main roster the night after WrestleMania 28. And we come out with a huge ovation and talk about how we've dominated every tag team all over the world. And we want to accept one company, and that's WWE, and we're here to be WWE Tag Team Champions.
He said, not me.
And then Kurt Hawkins and Zack Ryder, that was a botch. Kurt Hawkins and Tyler Lex say that they don't think it's fair that we're getting all this good treatment. They've been in the tag team division for years, busting their ass, and we just come in and are going to get handed everything in a silver platter.
Yeah.
So they challenge us to a tag team match, and it gets made into a tornado tag team match since it's Extreme Rules. I want to have the stipulations. And me and James win.
Obviously, you're not gonna book yourself to lose.
Yeah, but I booked myself on the kickoff, so that's at least something. And we pretty much win with James hits the power bomb and I hit the neck breaker off the top rope. So yeah, so we win that match, and then we have the main code. It's a tag team turmoil match where the winners become #1 contenders for the WWE tag team titles. With Perfect Fortune Inc. on commentary, which if you don't remember that tag team, it's Ted DiBiase Jr., Curtis Axel, and the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase. And mainly the DiBiases do the speaking on commentary because we know Curtis Axel can't really speak that well on the mic.
Yep.
And the tag teams that are in this,
Me.
no. And the first tag teams that start are Unico and Camacho versus Primo and Epico. and Primo and Epic will win when Primo hits a backstabber in an 8-minute match. And then it's Primo and Epico versus Justin Gabriel and Tyson Kidd. And Gabriel and Kidd win after a 450 splash to Epico in a 13-minute match. And then Gabriel and Kidd versus the Dude Busters, if you guys remember that tag team. And Gabriel and Kidd win when Kidd locks the sharpshooter in on Caitlin Croft in an 8-minute match. And the Dude Busters are going to work heel in this match. Then it's Gabriel and Kidd versus Vladimir Kozlov and Ezekiel Jackson. You don't like Vladimir Kozlov. I know you don't like that Kozlov because you put your head down when I mentioned his name.
Vladimir Kozlov is a weaker version of Rusev.
And Gabriel and Kidd win via roll-up when Kozlov goes to charge to the corner to Kidd, and Kidd rolls him up for the win in a 3-minute and 50-second match. And afterwards, Kozlov and Jackson beat the shit out of both Gabriel and Kidd and laid them up with their finishers. And then next is Jack Swagger and Dolph Ziggler. And Swagger and Ziggler win very easily in a 2-minute match since Gabriel and Kidd have been beaten down since they've been wrestling the match the whole time. And then it's Jack Swagger and Dolph Ziggler versus the Usos. And the winners will be the Usos in a 14-minute match, and the Usos are going to win the whole thing. The Usos win when one of the Usos hits the splash on Jack Swagger.
The splash.
And pretty much every time when Ziggler and Swagger team up, I always have Swagger eat the pin when they lose. Because he's the pinfall guy.
The pin guy?
So the Usos become #1 contenders to the WWE Tag Team titles. So not you. You're going to get in the storyline, don't worry. So then the next match is a 2-on-1 handicap match. It's Drew McIntyre versus Heath. It's not you. It's Drew McIntyre versus Heath Slater. You just had to do that, didn't you?
Too easy. Alright, I don't know.
It's Drew McIntyre versus Heath Slater and Justin. Oh, you made me mess up. It's Drew McIntyre versus Heath Slater and Jinder Mahal in an elimination handicap match.
Who?
Jinder Mahal.
Who?
Me.
But anyhow, the reason this match has happened is because in that battle royal from WrestleMania 28, Drew McIntyre had turned on 3MB and, turned face.
Huh?
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 Yeah?
Huh?
What?
Yeah, he turns face.
I don't know.
This match. So McIntyre's reason to turn on him was he wanted to be a wrestler, not a joke, and he felt like Slater and McIntyre were making a mockery of the wrestling business. So
Wait, Slater. So McIntyre was complaining that Slater and McIntyre were making
Oh.
a joke out of business.
I meant to say Slater and Jinder Mahal. And McIntyre would win by pinning both of them. One he'll just pin him with a roll up, and the other one he'll hit a future shock DDT on. So that's the finish there. And then the third match is a championship scramble match for the U.S. title. Now, before I say the match, Chris, you're not in this match.
Me?
No, you're not. I just said you're not in this match.
I am in this match.
No, you're
That's
not.
what you're saying.
I didn't say that. But it's a championship scramble match for the United States Championship. We have the United States Champion, The Miz, versus Wade Barrett, versus Rey Mysterio, versus, not Chris, versus
Me.
Sin Cara, not John, you guys don't come until later, versus,
Me.
now I gotta make this clear, it's Chris Sabin, not Chris Dodd, Chris Sabin.
Me.
Dale
No.
Sabin.
Kill dog.
Now I want to mention that this is a way for me to continue the Wade Barrett, Rey Mysterio feud I had going from WrestleMania 28, and also it allows into a Miz Sin Cara feud, and obviously Chris Sabin, not Chris Dodd, Chris Sabin is just there.
He's just like that.
It will be a fun match, and Sin Cara will pin Sabin with a
fun there.
Hurricane roll up, but the referee will see Miz pinning Mysterio and count that pinfall, and Miz will win. So this is, like I said, an excuse to loss off to Sin Cara versus the Miz. Yeah, you can hold that. And then the next match, that Chris, it's a Divas match, so there's no possible way you can be in this match.
Okay.
It's a steel cage match for the Divas title. It's Natalya versus
Me.
I just said it's a Divas match.
Hey, we're accepting of the transgenders.
You.
It's a steel cage match for the Divas title. It's Natalya versus Eve Torres. The reason this is happening is because Eve will win a #1 contenders match against Kelly for the Divas title, and since Eve has always been able to escape from beatings from Natalya wanted to be a cage match for the title, so Eve can't escape, and Eve will win when Natalya keeps trying to lock the sharpshooter in on Eve, and Eve will fight out of it and slams the door on Natalya's head and escapes and becomes the new champion. So Eve Torres retains the title. And then the next match is Yoshitatsu versus Damien Sandow. You're not Damien Sandow. The match will never happen, because this is around the time when Damien Sandow makes his debut. And Sandow will come out and say that he is not going to wrestle the match, because this becomes a common theme. Because since fans paid $50 to $60, he will say it's to teach the fans a lesson to not pay money and get your hopes up, because you will get let down. And then Yoshi will try to get him to fight him by calling Sandow a coward and a jackass. Then Sandow will jump him from behind and lay him out. This is also a way to showcase Sandow and get heat on him to make him look strong. And then we have the next match. It's a ladder match for the Intercontinental Championship. We have Christian defending the championship against Cody Rhodes. This is Cody Rhodes' rematch clause from WrestleMania when Christian beat him for the title. And Cody Rhodes will be obsessed with getting back the Intercontinental Championship. And you know, it feels like that Christian's going to make a mockery out of the championship because he put 9 months into putting prestige back into that title.
With me.
And Christian will challenge him to a ladder match, and Christian will retain the title in a really good match. I'm assuming it'd be really good because you can't really go on with the Cody Rhodes Christian match. So then, obviously afterwards, the crowd is probably going to be dead because they're going to be making a lot of noise. So you have to have that match that's just there to kill time and let the crowd rest. So the match has. I went with Brodus Clay versus Johnny Curtis in a no count out match. Like I said, just a match, and it's also just a match to make Brodus Clay look strong, and he will squash him. And like I talked about, this is to quiet the fans down. Then we have the next match. It's Randy Orton, Big Show, and Kane versus the Shield in a tables match. You know, and in the Shield, Chris, this is a rematch from WrestleMania 28 after the Shield had been attacking Kane, Big Show, and Randy Orton, and the Shield had made their first impression, coming back, knocking off this team again. So we just continue this feud going into the next pay-per-view, and the Shield will win when Roman Reigns spears Randy Orton through a table, so this continues to make the Shield look like a viable group, just like they did in real life. And then the next match is a 2 out of 3 falls match for the World Heavyweight Championship. World Heavyweight Champion, I don't have like 2 more matches to go through. World Heavyweight Champion Sheamus versus Daniel Bryan. And Daniel Bryan, after WrestleMania, the fans will really start to get behind him like they were in real life, but then they will really start to get behind him. And Daniel Bryan is going to be going to work the match as a tweener, since Sheamus is like the big baby face, so he's going to kind of go into the tweener role, just like CM Punk was in his storyline.
Gotcha, Bruce.
So Daniel,
Tag.
so Daniel Bryan's going to be working tweener in this match. And Sheamus will win the first fall with the roll-up. Bryan will get the second fall, but he makes Sheamus pass out with the S-Lock, just like he did in real life. And then Sheamus will win with the bro kick. Afterwards, they will shake hands, and Bryan will get a huge yes chant. This will officially turn him face afterwards.
After he just turned heel.
Well, yeah, but he just...
He just turned heel.
he was heel since around December.
Yeah. Like, he just turned heel.
But he was already a baby... But he was a baby face. Like, the crowd was...
Yeah, no, the
baby
crowd
face
was from
anyways.
babyface.
So why fight it, you know?
Because we were stubborn.
And then the main event will be not the main event, but this is a Chicago Street fight for the WWE title. Champion CM Punk versus Chris Jericho. This will be the same build-up as it was in real life, with the same match, the same finish. And then afterwards, Ryback will squash 2 droppers, just like he did in real life. And then we're going to have the main event. Who's that?
Oh, shit.
Oh. We have John Cena versus Brock Lesnar in an Extreme Rules match. Now, obviously, everybody knows the main event of this match. In real life, Brock Lesnar had come back. He had all this momentum behind him. And Brock Lesnar, the match will go like it did in real life, where Brock Lesnar was destroying Cena. But the difference is, I'm going to change a little bit of this match. When hits the chain, hits Lesnar with the chain, and hits the
It's the chain.
steps. Lesnar will kick out. And then afterwards, Cena will be all shocked and he'll be bloody, which will kind of tell the story. And then Lesnar will do his kick up. I don't know if he'd still be able to do that, but Lesnar
What
will
do you
get
really do a kick out?
Lesnar will get right back up, and
He's an
Cena
old man.
Cena will look shocked, and Lesnar will hit a bunch of German suplexes on Cena, and he'll win with the F5 to Cena on the steel steps, and Lesnar will win in dominant fashion, which was what should have happened in real life. And afterwards, Cena, because it would make sense, will be off TV after being destroyed by Lesnar. You know.
Yep.
So then that's Extreme Rules.
Okay, that's it for us.
Yeah.
Let's wrap it all.
So that's pretty much it, guys. We'll subscribe to everything we told you to throughout this video, and that's pretty much it, guys. See you later.
So it doesn't have the 3, 2, 1, huh? Because I just
No,
saw
it
3,
just
2, 1.
it just did because I said it so that way it could do the 3, 2, 1.
Well, why didn't you tell us that?
Oh, sorry. Beep. I feel like we should redo this, but I
Yes.
actually kind of like the way we set that up.
Yeah.
So I like
I don't
Let's
this.
just
we
go.
don't like
Let's
it.
just go into it. This
Alright.
is the fantasy booking.
Why, you gonna fucking take the
Series.
job? You gonna take that title? Or
Yeah,
you gonna
I'm
fucking Owen the Birdman Finch
So
over
this
there?
is the all right. Let's see. I feel
Oh
like
wow.
So this
looks
being-
like we have a new host, huh?
should we put this? I feel like
Fuck boy over here.
we should have put this in the bloopers, but
Yeah,
anyhow,
probably put this in the bloopers.
Yes,
forget it.
We should make this the bloopers.
Yeah,
We'll do
this,
it
is,
live.
this is gonna be the
We'll do it
bloopers.
live. Fuck it. No, we won't. This is not live.
So this is the
Not
blue.
fuck it.
So is this the bloopers or not?
Yes.
Alright.
Yes.